Just want to make a video and just start sharing more of the learnings that we've had as we are creating this brand. So we have sold over 50,000 bags or 50,000 units plus, and there's a lot of things that we figured out in terms of how not to do things and then how to do things. And I think I just want to start talking more about the uh learning. I think there's a lot of information in terms of where things go and what you can do as far as like the steps. But I think the part that is probably missing as I look online and as I consume content is more of the learning and the parts that are not in ChatGPT and that are not in like a guide or a blog post. So this will be some of that. So I'm going to walk you through kind of like where I started and then kind of like where I am. So, if you don't know me, I'm Hamilton Perkins. I'm the founder of Hamilton Perkins Collection. The company that I started makes bags and accessories, all from recycled materials. We work with some of the largest companies in the world. We typically work with them to turn their trash, so stuff like this. We take this trash, this is a banner sign, but it's made from fabric. We take that and then we typically will rework it into everything from backpacks to clothing or accessories. And the thing that we found is that, when we started, there really wasn't like a lot of a market for this, I would say, in terms of there wasn't a place that, well, first of all, the factories, let's just start there. Most of the factories did not know that, they could basically work on the same materials. They just needed a little bit of guidance. So, this is like really early days. Now, fast forward, a lot of the factories that we do work with, we don't own any of our own factories. We outsource, we delegate, we do production all over the world. Our processes involves us taking the material that we have, sending it into the factories. They cut and sell the product. They ship it to the customer, or if it's for our collections, they will, essentially they'll ship it back to us. Okay. Now, the things that I think are worth noting is like, and probably most people already know this, but like nothing's gonna sell itself. You can definitely have a great like idea. You can have a great like story. You can have a great product, but the thing that I've taken a lot of action on, I think, over the years is like actually doing the work. It's like actually selling the product, actually going and doing pop-ups, actually doing trade shows, actually doing email campaigns, posting content online. These are the things that, excuse me, create the value, create the awareness, and then that kind of leads to a transaction and a sale. So I think the key takeaway has been, you know, as a company, when you're starting out, or an idea, if you're trying to get it from idea into action, you know it's the action part, it's the taking action part. So me, I'm definitely very, I'm super visionary, and I have things in my mind and I have them in my head. So one great thing I've been able to do is like get it out of my mind and put it on paper. That's been a really big help for me. So that could be everything from like, you know um, there's a book. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if it's up here or not, but there's a book called The Artist Way. And yeah, I don't see it up here. I have books here, and then I have some books downstairs. But basically, what I do is I will jot down my ideas. And it can be like any idea. It could be an idea for a product, an idea about what I need to do that day, or something I want to do in the future. But just taking that time to really sit down and create, a stream of consciousness, just get it out of the brain and put it on paper. That's been really helpful for me because, one, it helps me be a better communicator, and two, it helps me, kind of like communicate the idea. It helps me kind of like not feel like I'm going to lose something. I think that's, excuse me, especially if you're creating something, you might feel like you're going to lose it, or you might like, I don't know, run out of time. But like, if you put it on paper, it's always there. Um, and it kind of makes it real too. Like, there's a lot of ways to share ideas, share information, but one cool thing is just like, actually getting it out there into the world. And I think the progression of that either leads to, you continue to write, that's great, or you could even do like something like this, like a video. You can make a video, you can explain something, and everybody learns differently, everybody like consumes differently. So depending on your comfort style and what you want to do, you know that's the value proposition. So I'll say that's something that I've really kind of learned. Another thing that has been really good, I would say, just as a, this isn't in any like particular order or anything. I'm just kind of riffing a little bit as far as my intention is to like do these more often, and get them up here, and get them on the internet, so others can benefit at least from some of the things that I've gone through, or some of the things that I've already either learned, or things I didn't learn. So another thing would be um, just like self reflection and just knowing what you're actually good at. It took me a while to sit down and figure out some of the things that I was actually good at, which sounds kind of funny because I don't know what other people's process is, but you might think, okay, I know I'm good at a sport, or I'm good at sales, or I'm good at, drawing or something. Like, you might kind of like, some of those things might be obvious, but some of those things might not be so obvious. And I'll give you an example. One thing for me, excuse me, that one thing that I felt that, well, I had kind of lost track of it, that I was actually good at it, is writing. I did like a self assessment, and I found out that basically, I took every year of my life, and this is a good, kind of like a good thing that anyone can do, and it doesn't cost you anything, but just take every year that you've been alive, basically, and just try to like rank each year, or not rank it, but just add a note about that year. It could be like, 2023, maybe did something, you participated in something. We participated in Pharrell Williams Black Ambition program. Like, that's something that I would put on year 2023. Year 2023, participate in the Los Angeles Clean Tech Incubator. That's another kind of like thing for the year. But if you go through and you like list out these things, it might be two or three things, might be five things each year. You will start to see patterns, and you'll start to see like, oh, okay, during this period of my life, these are some of the things that I was, doing, or these are some of the things that I actually excelled in. And then, you might look at that and like be able to present or position yourself a little bit differently, so that you bring more value as you are, in the current year. So the thing that I found in my kind of like experience log, or my experience timeline here, was that I'm actually a great writer. Like, that's something that I've always been able to do really, really well, dating back to college. I was writing for grants, I was writing for scholarships and winning them. Even in high school, I was doing this. So somewhere along the way, though, without like writing it down and actually tracking it, it wasn't like top of mind. Even if you look at when I worked in corporate, I was winning like national essay contests. I was writing proposals. I was winning grants. Even in business, I've written lots of grants. I've written lots of, just like writing things. I've been able to do pretty well. So, that's something that everyone can do now, especially at this time of year when it's a new year. You can really, you can take a lot. It doesn't have to be like a long time, but like just take like an hour. Just like sit there and try to think, what are the things that you did to get like where you are, and like kind of put it on paper, and it'll actually help you at least like be able to reflect better. So that's another thing. I'll round it out. My intention isn't to have this go on too long, but The last thing I'll say, um, kind of like an insight or a takeaway, is probably, um, it's I think it's probably just probably just the action part of everything. I think you know I, I meet a lot of different people, and I think the speed of like how they work or like how they do things, that's something I pay really close attention to. So like if we talk about something and there's like an opportunity to do it, like then I'm finding that a lot of the successful people, they're doing things like right then. They're not waiting, they're not like putting it off, they're not going to put it on the calendar, they're not going to take weeks and weeks to get something done. They're going to get it done right then. And me, I'm conscious of like trying to in my way, like emulate that in a way. So like I'm trying to, take the, quick responses, or, try to do what I can to like stay on top of things, because I know I can be very visionary, and like when it comes to integrating, that can be something that is definitely, um, I have to have a team and people that can help me with that. So um, know your strengths, know kind of what side you're on. Are you the doing type, or are you kind of like the idea person? I think both, you can be either one, doesn't matter. You might have a mix of both, excuse me, but you might want to, what I've learned is like I need to put more emphasis on one sometimes, so that I balance myself out. I don't want to be, you know, over, and I don't want to just only have ideas and don't ever do anything. I don't want to just do stuff and not have like the right ideas. So, um, those are some quick takeaways. New year, and this was a video that I wanted to make, and my goal is to try to put these up and get these out. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, so you'll be able to get a notification when the next one comes out. And we have had over the last couple of years, we've gotten together formally or informally as a group on online or on Zoom, and would love to have you in there. So I will go ahead and probably try to put a link to that in the description, so that if you want to, just connect, or, you want to discuss kind of like, stuff within, it could be in this space where we're talking about improvement. It could be about, business, would love to have you in there, and we'll go from there. So thank you for your time.